He's still here. I thought sure he was gone. He's about 2.5 inches. I've been promising her for the last 15 minutes we were going to go to the south field. And come to think of it, there is no other field. So to save her from being confused, I think I will start calling it the field. Opening up, opening up, opening up. A month ago you couldn't have seen through here. And I couldn't have either. One of the list items that I added this morning was to go around and harvest stumps. Maybe that's what I'll be doing when we get back from the field. We've had very little yellow jacket action this summer, late summer, early fall. There are a few around, wheeling around like they do 10 inches above the ground, coming to investigate me. I just walk away. They were really curious about the ATV a few days ago. But other than that, they are seemingly much happier than they were 2 years ago. Summer's end of the drought year. Went down to the South Pool a few days ago, also almost empty. Another couple weeks and these grasses will be flattening out. Yeah, no water. Those trees through there at the far tree line. Every year they put on a great show. Wow, that's all in 2 months. I'm going to leave that one well enough alone. This was the sentinel in the driveway. I'm going to get that one that's fresher looking on top. All right, I've talked about it. Now I'm going to do it. Clear Turtle Trot Trail. Looking for something to do this afternoon before I get into splitting and cutting wood. Needs something to do away from the woodshed. And so we're going to make a pass through here. See what it looks like now before. You know, I went and cut off stumps yesterday. What's the matter with me with that one? I gotta bring it all. This isn't gonna work. Deja vu, man. Outside. Insley and I are over Southfield. Dennis's cabin on the ATV. Had to get out of the house. Been in there for 3 or 4 hours during the onslaught, the assault of the ladybugs. It's just as bad as it was every year for the last 3. Trying to get out of the house. I had to cinch up and tape shut the front door. Did that last year and the year before, I think. Blue painter's tape around the seams. I was watching up above the top of the inner door. There were ladybugs crawling around up there. I would suck them up, and almost instantly there's another one. And I was pushing on the door, and it wasn't cinching tight. So I used the brackets that are already in place on the door. They've been there for 3 years, and so I turned those and tightened them down. The door cinched shut. Didn't have any more ladybugs coming in, but then I ran the tape around the top and the sides. Effectively, the door is closed off now. I can't go out there anymore this season unless I pull the tape off, uncinch it. I like going out there in the evenings, on warm evenings, go out and sit on the stoop. But I can't tolerate this mind-blowing assault again. It's just returned to the way it was. I don't know how I survived every year, just the inescapableness of them. And I finally got to the point I needed to get Insley and I out. But the back door is loaded also. And they're coming in, they're getting in between the screen and the main door. How do I get out of there without getting 50 into the house? I thought about the Bilko. I did that a couple years, going out the Bilko, which is on the north side of the house. There aren't any ladybugs there because there's no sun there. But the steps climbing up to go out the Bilko are rotten. The top one broke standing on it, God, 6 months ago. Well, that's because they're made of particle board and it's very humid in there, moist, so they're just rotting. I thought, well, if I'm careful. But Insley wouldn't come downstairs. She finally is able to go downstairs on her own. She's overcome that fear of the unknown. But when I went down with the lights on, kept calling her. She's, standing at the top of the stairs. She wouldn't come. All right, hell with that idea. Maybe I need to get the leash on her and just bring her down there with me, and out the Bilko we go, against her better judgment. I found a can of, I had a can of Repel. A lot of good that's going to do, but it might do something to get them moving. So I opened the inner door, the back door, sprayed. Didn't do much to affect them at all. Shut the door quick, sat it down, looked around. Christ, there were a couple dozen had gotten in just in that short little time. So we went out. I opened the inner door and just shoved the screen door open a couple times to knock them all loose. Good luck with that. So just out we went. I'm not looking forward to having to get back in there. If it was 9 o'clock tonight, once it's dark and it's cooled off, they'll be gone. They'll be long gone. Where the hell do they go that we don't know? I don't know where they go. And where do they come from to start with? All on the 19th of September. And then now on the 20th, they're by the masses, the thousands, literally. I don't remember how long this lasts. If it's just a few days of this assault on the house, and then it's over, and what's in the house is going to remain for the next 6 months, and I'll be sucking them up every day until mid-April when they finally quit. Looking up at the 2 awning windows on the west side that I can't get at without a ladder, there's just dozens up there, mixed with the flies now, back and forth, around and flying a little bit and landing, and oh God almighty, almighty, almighty. There are some things about living in the bog out here in nature that I don't look forward to. So I'll let you know, I guess. Oh. And this is just double insurance.